If England wanted a wish granted on the morning of day 2 and they wished for a perfect day of Test cricket, well, they had it in Southampton with the bat, with the ball, at the end of which Pakistan seemed like struggling. This is how day 2 of the third Test between England and Pakistan played out. Crawley and Buttler pile on. Zach Crawley makes it big as Anderson's late strikes jolt Pakistan. If Pakistan were exasperated, exhausted and deflated at the end of day 1, they were in for more of that on day 2 because Zach Crawley and Jos Buttler continued right where they had left off on the night of day 1. Yes, they were batting, scoring runs as freely as they'd done all throughout their innings. Pakistan didn't seem to have a clue where the game was headed. There were a few interruptions though, but none of them caused by Pakistan. All of them caused by rains in the first session. But that was it. Jos Buttler seemed like jostling towards his second Test century only to be given out on the field, caught behind. But a successful DRS review meant that he was not out, he'd not edged the ball. He then notched up only his second Test century. At the other end was Zach Crawley, who was batting like a dream. The two of them stitched together a 300-run stand. Zach Crawley, with his array of shots, putting up an exhibition and also reaching his maiden Test double century. Yes, converting his maiden Test century into a big one, a double century at a very, very young age. But Crawley and Buttler did not stop there. Their onslaught was on Pakistan, and Pakistan's bowlers were not only deflated but also seemed clueless throughout the day as the runs kept piling on them. The two of them, Zach Crawley and Jos Buttler, left no stone unturned to score big. Crawley, especially after reaching his 200, went for his shots and all of them stuck. He notched his 250, his highest first class score, and he seemed very poised to get to that 300 mark. But one step down too many down the pitch against the part-time spinner, and he was outstumped, but not before playing what could be a career-defining innings. And with that ended a 359-run marathon stand between Zach Crawley and Jos Buttler, a stand that is right up there amongst iconic partnerships in Test cricket. Buttler at the other end continued with his stroke making, notching up his 150, his own first-class best as well. And by the time he was gone, the writing was on the wall for Pakistan. England's tail wagged as they declared for 583 after having batted for almost 155 overs. Dreary and exhausted, Pakistan's batsmen were in for a show from MS Broad, Anderson and Jofra Archer. All three of them were hostile and they meant business. First up on Anderson's card was Shan Masood, someone he enjoys an enviable record against. He got Masood again, out LBW, plumb. Then he didn't waste much time, he got Abid Ali too, both Pakistan's openers in the hut. They needed to survive this evening session. Out there were perhaps their two best batsmen, Azhar Ali and the star Babar Azam. Babar was peppered by Jofra Archer with some great shot deliveries. But then Anderson came in and got Babar Azam out LBW2. By the end of the day, Pakistan 3 down. England have put up a mountain on that scoreboard, and in Pakistan's effort to scale that, they've already lost 3 very crucial wickets. And especially with the way England are bowling, you'd say they have an early finish in this Test match on their minds. But can Pakistan bounce back? If there's one team in world cricket that can do that, it is Pakistan, but they will have to play out of their skins in this Test match. Will they? Day 3 has all the answers.